What's up, Mission Chiefers? Welcome back to episode number 86. It's so shit. I'm gonna answer all these ambulance calls and then we can get to the good shit. We're gonna be building a fucking stacked fire department. This fire department has so much shit in it. It's ridiculous. But on first hand, we have this new call called childbirth. And I don't have a fucking extension on any of my hospitals that can possibly handle childbirths because they gave us no fucking warning that said they were going to give us this bullshit. So I'm going to have to build one. So the thing you're going to need is gynecology. Now, gynecology has nothing to do with childbirth whatsoever. All they do is check for pelvic exams. What childbirth does include is OB, or obstetricics. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce it, but you can Google it. So there's a difference between OBGYN, and this is a GYN, but I'm looking for an OB. So I'm gonna buy this gynecology extension on this hospital. I'm gonna share this with my my alliance. So that is about it. So we have 1,600 left in the bank. I'm gonna transport these calls, and then once I get them, once I fully answer this call, I will get the money for the active shooter, and then the additional ambulance. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. I got another fucking childbirth. Are you kidding me? But you get the drift. You just got to keep going down here. We got a fever. Was another childbirth? No, cardiac infarction. I do need another cardiology place up in the north, just because my place in Minneapolis, although Minneapolis is like a central place, sort of, within the state, it's moderately central. Unfortunately, my people up in the north physically can't get there because it's over 400 kilometers. But that's okay. So we got a couple more transports, and then we'll build this fire department. Now, the place we're going to be building at is actually up in, what county? Fuck. St. Louis? No. I believe it's St. Louis. St. Louis County. And we're going to be building in Cloquet, or Cloquet. I don't even know how to fucking say it, but it's Clouquet. So I believe it's Cloquet. I don't know. Fucking Google it. Anyway, so that is enough calls. We're almost there. We got a couple more to do. Active shooter, okay. So our money probably just shot way up. The fire department we are building does have an ambulance extension in it. The unfortunate part is we have to wait 7 days before we can actually use that ambulance bay, or the bays, I should say. So it'll be a huge asset up in the Northeast, ambulance wise, because there's 4 at one station. That's fucking insane. So let's do this. So we're now at 1622. The station is going to cost us around $12,000, so it's pretty fucking expensive. I don't even know if we'll have enough money to even do all this bullshit. But our station is, I believe, they do have 2 stations, unfortunately. Well, sort of 2 stations. It's kind of complicated. But I'll just have to find it, I guess. Notes. Alright. So here's the page. Okay. Alright. So right here is the fire department. Oh! No. Okay. Okay. This is the one. Okay. There is 2 technically fire departments, but one of them is the headquarters and one of them is the actual fire department. So this one right here, we're going to go into, or let's just hop over here. Okay, unfortunately I can't hop into the, Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Damn, this is blurry as fuck. God damn. Okay. So here we are. Here's the fire department. As you can see, it's pretty well stacked up. It's beautiful. Not gonna lie. So most of these vehicles are too deep. So this is a utility truck. We have like 2 engines, a heavy rescue, a tower, 4 ambulances right back here, then another battalion chief or utility or whatever the fuck that is. So let's just go find this bad boy right here. Building. Fire station. Clock. UET. Fire department. Alright. We're going to assign this dispatch point to St. Louis County Communications because we're in St. Louis County, I do believe. So our first vehicle will actually be a Type 2 engine. Type 2. And we're going to build this bad boy. Okay. So we're done with Google. We can move on to this. So they have Rescue 1, which is a heavy rescue. So we're going to maybe expand this about... let's do it. We're going to expand it 3 more times, so we have 4 slots now. We're going to need Heavy Rescue. And this is going to be Heavy Rescue is Rescue 1. Rescue 1. Alright, on to the next. We have a Platform Truck Tower 1. Tower 1. What do we have next? Engine 1. We can just rename the old one, or the original one we got. This is going to be Engine 1. Yep. Engine 1. We're going to hire more people because we're definitely going to need them. Vehicle market. On to the next. Engine 2. Engine 2. Right on to the next. Engine 22. And this one is... Okay, this is what I was talking about before. I'm going to hold off on these ones real quick. But I will do... Fuck, I don't know. I shouldn't have closed those old ones. History. Recently closed. Google Maps. I'm just going to see what I need right here. Squad 6, which is like a utility vehicle, I guess. Squad 1. Brush 31. Squad 31. Chief 1. Chief 2. And Chief 3. Okay. So we do have the utility truck, and I believe this is Chief... whatever the fuck, Chief 2. and the division chief. This one is going to go at the other station over in Cloquet. That other station is actually the fire headquarters, and what's out of there is just one engine. It's not really a like a fire department necessarily, but it's more of just like a reserve area. So the division chief will go down there, and the extra engine. Now the other things we have are these this tanker 21 and this engine 22. I honestly don't know where the fuck these ones go yet. I will do my research and find these ones. But what we can see from here, we have the heavy rescue dome, we have the tower, we have these two engines, engine 1 and engine 2. You can see the 1 kind of on the grill, and you can see the 2 on the grill also. Also, we have these 3 ambulances back here. But if we actually look into the official... Where was it? Right here. This picture right here, we have medic units 9, 10, 11, and 12 to do. So, that means we gotta get the ambulance extension on this bad boy, and we gotta do this shit real quick. So we're gonna get the ambulance extension. No, not airport extension. I should almost hit that button. Ambulance extension. So we have these 4 vehicles. We also need the 2 brush trucks. Now, we most likely will not have enough money to get this whole thing done, unfortunately. But we will try our best. So we need a battalion chief unit, and this is going to be Chief 2. If I remember correctly, this will be the truck, the Silverado. Yes, okay. So the Silverado is going to be Chief 2. And there we go. So, starting off of a Duluth, like our St. Louis County, I do have all the stations for Duluth. I will get to this city eventually. That is why I built the St. Louis Communications. I'm trying to get this done as fast as I can. Just like my areas. I also have to do, where the fuck am I going? I need to do Rochester, which has like about 7 fire departments. I don't remember the exact number, but it's a pretty large city. I also need to do Lakeville, which has 4 fire departments, which is right up here. And then I have to do Cottage Grove over here, which has about 3 or 4, I don't remember. And then the final place, I don't really remember. Let's just take a look. Notes. So we have Hibbing to do. Maplewood, we just did Cloquet. So Cottage Grove has 3, Hibbing has 3, Rochester has 5, and this one is another one up in my area. It should be like right about over here somewhere. So I'll have to do that eventually too. But the only unfortunate part is fire departments are fucking expensive, like I've said before, and it's just I like fire departments, but they're not worth that. That's why I've built all these hospitals and ambulance stations across my state, because it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying fire departments. But I also need to start working on police more, because 2 police departments equal 1 fire department right now. They're about $650,000 to $700,000 right now. The only other thing is, at this airport right here, I do have a EMS helicopter, Lifelink 3, stationed there. I just need to find the location of that. And like I said before, to finish off Duluth, I do have all the ground ambulances put in, and we have the hospitals put in and the communication center. So St. Louis County is in a work in progress. Unfortunately, this is Wisconsin over here, and I might do this if I can find information on it. I haven't found any apparatus on Superior. But moving on, there's really not much else. What else am I going to get? Let's just answer a couple of calls real quick. I am most likely going to get... what was the word I'm looking for? Fuck. Forgot what I was thinking about. Bank robbery. Oh, traumanology. At these St. Luke's or St. Mary's up here, because I'm in dire need of them. Because they are the closest hospitals for thousands of miles. Maybe not thousands, but hundreds of miles.